Hello, hello, hello. It is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, coming to you with another episode of Podcasting Your Purpose. And this is actually episode 112. That's right, 112 episodes in the Podcasting Your Purpose series. That's right, here on YouTube. For the past 3 months, I have been coming to you on a regular basis. Actually, last month it was every day, Monday through Friday. And now here in October, it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I am giving you podcasting pointers that will help you to launch and then schedule and then monetize that podcast. And again, today's episode of 112, and the topic is age ain't nothing but a number. Ask me about my podcast. That's right. Age ain't nothing but a number. And that came to me a couple of hours ago because, sometimes I just come here on YouTube again every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and that you are sharing it with your family, your friends, and your followers. I love my supporters, so make sure you are subscribed and sharing. Sharing is caring. And like I said, I came up with this topic. Age ain't nothing but a number. Now we know that's a cliche, but ask me about my podcasts because I have two, right? I have the Delaware Blogger podcast over on Anchor FM. Let me show you the URL for that. Head over to Anchor FM/Delaware Blogger because I actually have over 200 and some odd episodes there. I actually started my podcast really, really badly. I'm going to admit it, but there's over 200 episodes that started back in 2017. So I'm not an old head, but I'm not a newbie either. So I've been podcasting for a minute. So that is now every Saturday at 10 a.m. And it's an extension of this YouTube channel. I'm giving you podcasting pointers and just snippets. So here's like 15, 20 minutes. Over there, it's 15 minutes. And then also every Wednesday, let me give you that URL, is Blog Your Way to a Business Profit. And that podcast, about 15 minutes, is giving you blogging tips and trends that helps you to turn your passion of blogging into a profit. So I'm here twice. Two podcasts. That's right. I have my blog at delblogger.com. I also have this YouTube channel as well as all my social media platforms. And make sure to find and follow me using the Linktree ID Del Blogger. But getting back to what I said, I was thinking about, age. And you know me. And if you follow me, you know that last month, actually on the 20th of September, I celebrated my 59th birthday. But the month before that, I actually celebrated my 30th wedding anniversary. Yes. And somebody got to say, oh my goodness, that's old. Girl, you old. No, I am not old. Again, age ain't nothing but a number. Ask me about my podcast. I am so super excited over this journey of podcasting. I started my blogging career in 2012. I started A. Blake Enterprises at 55. Again, I'm 59. I'm just beginning. I am going to leave a legacy in the cloud, wherever the cloud is, so that you can always pull down either my blog, or my podcast, because what? Age ain't nothing but a number. Now, ask me about my podcast. With age comes wisdom, we hope. With age comes knowledge, we know. And with age comes experience. And what is a better platform in which to share your skills than with a podcast? You can share your skills, your knowledge, because we have them. We have knowledge and skills. We have job skills, educational skills, technology skills, family skills, food skills, fashion skills, music skills, driving skills. We have skills, speaking skills. That's what podcasting is, the way to learn more speaking skills. So we have all these skills. So why not share them? We can command an audience of hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of people without leaving the comfort of our home. We can simply be in a t-shirt and shorts like I am today. But with using our voice, we're sharing our vision, our mission, and our skills. And that's why I love teaching others how to start a podcast. You know me as an educator by trade. I am about teaching. So again, I want you to send an email. Let me give you my email address to info@ablakeenterprises.com and sign up. Sign up for the 2-hour Podcasting Your Purpose coaching course. It's a course, it's a session, whatever the case you want to call it, but I want to get you started. I will walk you through the pre-launch, the post-launch. You'll get printables. You will actually get, you remember my book here, the Podcasting Your Purpose Resource Guide? Yes, you get this as part of, let me hide this out of the way. You get this as part of the training session. You also get, I'll tell you what you get. You get Podcasting Your Purpose Resource Guide right here. And I'm creating others. I've got the Podcasting Your Purpose launch checklist. This is a bunch of great checklists. And let me tell you what's in these checklists. This is the launch checklist. We talked about podcasting pointers, determining your audience, choosing your niche, your topic, creating your title, email accounts, descriptions, trails, hook, your hook, podcasting pointers, 1, 2, 3, podcasting pointers pre-launch, podcasting pointers post-launch, podcasting tunes, where to get royalty-free. That's right, royalty-free music, podcasting places pointers. Where are you going to record your podcast? Are you going inside your closet? A lot of people do that, and that is kind of like the best way in which to do so. And don't think you've got to have a lot of money to start a podcast. You don't. You got a phone? Okay. You got a phone with a built-in speaker? You got a phone with a built-in speaker and a recording app? Yes. Then you can upload it to Anchor FM. You don't have to go out and spend a dime, because if you already have a smartphone, you just download that Anchor FM app today and you can get started. We talk about brainstorming episodes and ideas for the month, how to flush out those topics so that once you start monetizing, going after those sponsors, you'll know what ads are best to be used on your podcast. We talk about release dates, consistency and planning, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I talk about guest appearances, the best way to find a guest. And look at all that information on the back. Yes, I have all that for you. And again, the Podcasting Your Purpose Resource Guide covers everything. If you are a total newbie, you've heard about this podcast thing, you don't know, you keep hearing people saying, I have a podcast. That's right. Every day, someone is starting a podcast, whether they're on iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, Buzzsprout, Anchor. I mean, everyone is out there doing their thing. And so we'll talk about what is a podcast, why you want to start a podcast. Again, age ain't nothing but a number. You have that wisdom and you have skills and you can share them. You come to a certain point in your life and you have so much knowledge in your head that you sit there and you just want to talk to people. And now, since we are in this pandemic and we can't get out and about, you know how you used to go outside and you see somebody out there talking about this, that, and the other. When I was a kid, you can't do that anymore, but you can do it now with a podcast. So when I was a kid, we did this, we did that. So it's a way to share and connect. And again, family and friends, if you have a family member that is getting of a particular age, not 59, but you know what I mean. Hey, my grandmom lived to be 98 years old. So she was around for a long time. So if you have a relative who's elderly and you want to have them share the knowledge. Oh my God, can you imagine how much knowledge they have to share with you and the world? You can create a podcast for them and just let them start talking and sharing and creating. And then you can do all the editing later, but you will have that forever and ever and ever. Again, age ain't but nothing but a number, but we're not going to live forever. So share the knowledge, the skills that you have now into hundreds and thousands and perhaps millions of people. In the resource guide, we also talk about the power of podcasting. Let me stop right there. And let me tell you what I talk about when it comes to the power of podcasting. Podcasts are free. Yes, they're still free, free, but you own them. And easy to create, simply with your phone, with a mic, and they're a great way to build onto a brand. Now, we are all a brand, believe it or not. We are all a brand. Everything that we do, everything we post, everything we share, it is part of our brand. So if you're adding a podcast in the mix, you're able to share and expand and broaden that brand. Companies, big companies, Bank of America, Kroger. Now everyone is out there. They're doing podcasts. They're adding podcasts into the mix. Why? Because now they have remote employees and they don't have those regular roundtables or those Friday afternoon conference calls. Of course, everybody's Zooming, but having a podcast, you can share information about upcoming events, upcoming activities, upcoming things that you want your employees to know. And you can do private podcasts as well. There's an episode about private podcasts as part of this series. So if you're following along, just go through and find it, do a search. There were, at the printing of this book, there were less than, and now there are more than 1 million podcast episodes. Now that 1 million is not a big number, not in the scheme of things. As a blogger who has been blogging since 2012, and I come across bloggers that started in the late 90s, there are over about 650 million blogs, but people are starting a blog each and every day. So 1 million podcasts is in its infancy. There is more than enough room for you to share your voice with others. So make sure that don't let that 1 million bother you. It's still open. And people are listening to different types of podcasts. Over 50% of all American households are listening to a podcast at least weekly. And they're not listening to just one podcast. They're listening to several podcasts, 5, 6, 7 podcasts, because they're short, to the point, information in bites, and they can take it as they want it. They can listen to a podcast while they're doing laundry, while they're walking the dog, while they're out doing their morning walk like I do. That's when I listen to my podcast, when I'm up and around. People listen to podcasts while they're driving in their car. We got infotainment centers in our vehicles. And remember, by the year they said 2021, every vehicle that rolls off the assembly line is going to have built-in AI, Wi-Fi, and infotainment center. So you can just push the button and listen to your podcast while you're commuting to work, while you're taking the kids to school, while you're going to the grocery store, or just taking a Sunday drive. So they're really, really accessible and easy to pull down and listen. And also, it's an intimate way to relate to your clients and your customers as a big business. When someone chooses to pull down a podcast, and when they pop these earbuds into their ears and you're in their brain, your brain is the largest sexual organ in the body, the human body. So you are literally having a very intimate relationship with the people that are listening to you. So yes, everyone is listening to podcasts. Everyone is producing a podcast. And age ain't nothing but a number. We've got wisdom and skills. So ask me about my podcast. I talk about podcasting. I talk about blogging, but you can talk about anything. You can talk about music. You can talk about writing. You could talk about fashion. You could talk about food. You can talk about family life, finances. You can talk about real estate. You can talk about anything, because there is a target market audience for everyone. Are you a musician, a comedian, a singer, a songwriter? What is it that you have to share with the world? And if you have something to share, because I know we all do, then the best way in which to do so is with a podcast. So let me continue before I let you go, because like I said, I try to stick to my 15 minutes because I know you're going to I got things to do, got to go. But smart money and big money is moving more into podcasts. Spotify started with, they bought Anchor a couple of years ago, and all the Anchor FM hosts are on Spotify, and that's great. But now they're buying people like, I'm sorry, I should say not people, but they're buying podcasts that are being hosted by the big dogs. I mean, talking about Michelle Obama, Joe Rogan. I mean, they're spending millions of dollars of dollars for podcasters. So who's to say that you're not one of them? Once you, hone your skills and craft, again, practice, progress, and look at this podcasting thing as not a fad, a phase, or the future. It's here, it's now, and it's long term. Look at it when you go into it as something you're going to be doing for the next 2 years, the next 3 years, because we don't know what the world is going to look like post COVID-19. So how is it going to be? But you know what? Some things will never change. People are always going to be seeking and searching for knowledge, whether it's about travel, whether they want to learn a new language, whether it's about writing a book, whether it's about inspiration, whether it's about religion, whatever the case may be. Again, age ain't nothing but a number, but we have skills. So ask me about my podcast. And that's what I want people to say to you. What is your podcast about? So let people know about your podcast. Get out there, get in there, do what you need to do. Sign up for the coaching session. You'll get the book. You'll get all these printables. You will get my time. That's valuable. And your time is valuable as well. But each of those sessions we'll break them up into 30-minute sessions. They'll be recorded on Zoom, and they'll be privately dropped into a Dropbox. So it's just for you. You can go back. I give you homework assignments. Yeah, I do that because that's a teacher in me, but it's going to be for your benefit. You have 30 days of unlimited access to me after the fact. You can text me, you can call me, you can write to me, you can send a carrier pigeon, because you know what? Age ain't nothing but a number. So ask me about my podcast. Again, you're ready. I know you're ready. You have a voice, you have a vision and a mission, and you're ready to share with millions of people around the world. So send an email to me, info@ablakeenterprises.com, so we can get you set up for a 30-minute complimentary discovery call. That's right. We'll get on the phone. Tell me what you want to do, what you're thinking about doing, what you've done, and we'll go from there. And then we'll sign you up for that 2 hour. 2 hours don't seem like a lot, but you'll get a lot from me. Trust and believe. Ask anyone who has done my coaching before. And if you are somebody that has been coached by me, hey, Ann, who's just blowing it out she is just blowing up. Let other people know. I can help you get to where you want to be with your podcasting. So again, I am Antionette Blake, the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, coming to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube, coming to you on Wednesdays at 1. Yesterday, we talked about daily blogging checklist. So check that out on my podcast as well as on my blog, Del Blogger. And then this Saturday, I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about on Anchor FM, but I have a few things in my head. I take lots of notes. Here's my notebook, like it's a school, right? Promote yourself like nobody's business. Or podcasting myth busters. So it's going to be one or the other on Saturday at 10. So again, until the next time, stay smart, stay safe, and stay social. Still from a distance. Mask up, people. Corona don't stop. Rona ain't going nowhere, not for a while. So I want you to be safe. I want you to be healthy so that you can come back, because you know what? Age ain't nothing but a number. Ask me about my podcast. So that is why I'm saying I wore this t-shirt. Ask me about my podcast. That's why I keep saying that. And this t-shirt I got, I can't remember where I purchased it from, but I have it in different colors. So again, ask me about my podcast, because age ain't nothing but a number. Have a beautifully blessed day. Bye-bye.